Who's ready for a mail call? I mean, like, this package came in the mail. I kind of ordered it, although it wasn't really an order. Tulsa Scott is around stores that I can't get to on a regular basis that had product that I wanted to get a hold of. So collectors help collectors, which is awesome. That's why I like communicating with and connecting with fellow collectors, especially when it comes time to getting items that I might not have, that I might eventually get. They might show up at retail here, but that's a big gamble. I'm not willing to take that gamble all the time. And, you know, before anybody starts to say, oh, great, Chris, more Star Wars figures? Really? Don't you have enough Star Wars figures? Like, do you really have to keep getting new Star Wars figures? Well, let me tell you something. The answer is, no, I can't have enough. There's never enough. There never will be enough. I will be fine being surrounded with way more Star Wars than I currently have. That's the plan. I'll make space. I'll make room. I'll eat less popcorn, you know, and then I'll be able to shove more Star Wars stuff into that nook and cranny. So, Scott found a few things, took a picture, sent the picture, and he said, hey, do you want them? I'm like, yeah! Want what? Well, I'm glad you asked. Not a Star Wars figure. Well, some of these are, I admit. Not, spoiler alert, some of them are going to be Star Wars figures. I'm just going to pull them out of the box. G.I. Joe figures! Yeah! Like the vintage G.I. Joe figures, right? Virtually the same scale, 4-inch or 3.75-inch scale. Obviously, they've been updated. These are modern G.I. Joe figures. Unfortunately, they are Walmart exclusives, which means I can't get them easily, but that's where people like Tulsa Scott come in and have been a great help. So I'm pretty much going to try to get this line of G.I. Joe figures, because I love the scale. Right there. Look at that. So we've got Roadblock, we've got Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow Baroness, Scarlet, and Destro. So far, that's the first wave. Roadblock here. I got a Scarlet as well. And not done. I actually got a second Scarlet, one for Jedi, so that she can play with it. I kind of want to hide that, though. I don't want her to see that yet if she comes in here. A Destro. I actually have another Destro, so I've got two Destros because I want to open one, keep one in the box. Can't wait for the second wave. Couldn't wait for the first wave. Storm Shadow. Last Storm Shadow figure I bought was when I was in college. They were still producing G.I. Joe's vintage line back then. And I bought one. It's like, oh yeah, I get a Storm Shadow figure. Yeah, why not? He looks pretty cool. At that point, I don't even know if they were still producing the cartoon. There is Snake Eyes. Loved the story and the interplay between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, by the way. Loved. Then, the Baroness. Right there. And what's interesting there, and I'll show some of these up close here in just a second. That's pretty much the first wave. That's the 6, which is awesome. But he also sent more. He went thrifting, kind of. Went to an antique toy mall. So we've got a Yoda Rizzo figure. They had Muppets as Star Wars characters. This was on the peg. I'm like, yes, grab it, yes, for sure. Because I never got them all. And then we also have a G.I. Joe figure that did not come individually on card, but crankcase with a stand came with a vehicle. And I wasn't interested in the vehicle, so we effectively split the cost. He kept the vehicle, I keep the figure. And I told him the only other one I'm looking for is the Hiss. The Cobra Hiss. But, as I said, that's not all. In the box, we also have Star Wars figures. Queen Amidala. This is the newer one. This is the brand new one, really. We saw this Queen Amidala. We saw this one, not the figure, but this particular character in this dress, last night doing the live watch party of the Phantom Menace. This is part of the new wave of figures. I'm going to show you the other 3 as well. Let's go ahead and stack her there. interestingly enough, that Padme Amidala from The Phantom Menace. This one, however, from Attack of the Clones, Anakin Skywalker, peasant disguise with soft goods. Thank goodness, right there. I like the soft goods. Not quite sure about that facial sculpt though. TIE pilot, TIE fighter pilot specifically. I love the card art. Again, part of the new wave. Sorry if the reflections, by the way, are off. I apologize. I'll show them to you up close here in just a second. And a battle droid. This is the 4th in the wave. I had him grab a couple of battle droids just because I couldn't have enough. You can't have enough battle droids for army building. I also had him grab a couple of TIE pilots. And I thought a couple of Padmes, but maybe not. That's okay. I think I will have an extra Padme to give to Jedi at some point. Let's go ahead and try to show you a couple of them up close, because this is something that I was testing earlier on the live stream doing the Lego brick build of the minifigure series 21, and that was kind of fun. So let's go ahead and scoot those minifigures off to the side. You can't see them, you can hear them, and theoretically what I'm about to do is going to be really cool. If it doesn't work, don't blame me, blame somebody else. It worked again. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the Star Wars figures here. Get a better view. There's the TIE fighter pilot. Pretty standard, really, for the vintage collection. Super articulated. Love the scale, naturally. He probably will get opened. I've seen quite a few TIE fighter pilots over the years, so it's not unique to get a TIE fighter pilot. Still, nice to have, certainly, if only to better army build. Let's scoot you off to the side over here and showcase the next one before I forget. Anakin Skywalker. So look at the facial sculpt, right? He looks disappointed here, yes, but look, that does not look like Hayden Christensen at all. Sorry if I can't get you to see it straight up. Dude, that's, like, really? That's the face you're going with? For real? Like, I wasn't happy with the recent Anakin Skywalker from the vintage collection either. Although that Anakin from Revenge of the Sith, but, good on them for doing soft goods for the tunic. That's nice. And, of course, standard accessories. Well, I guess standard as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah, I'm not really happy with that face. If you're not happy and, it looked like Anakin, here's the battle droid. I'd assume there are, like, several differences between these battle droids and earlier editions of battle droid figures. Most recent battle droid figure that I'd obtained was thrifting, and this one's, of course, just as nice, obviously updated. Sculpt looks pretty similar, as does Paint App, but that's the battle droid. If you are a fan, I am. If I see more of those on the shelves, I will absolutely grab more. And then here's the Amidala. So her paint, oh man, that does not, what is going on with their facial sculpts? Dude, seriously. Okay, wait. Okay, there's Padme, right? There's Amidala. There's Amidala. Like, this does not look like her, like, at all. That's just not accurate. I mean, okay, I guess that's what we're going with there. That's the Amidala. That's what we get. I'm happy that they released her. But like, this is my problem with a lot of figures that have human likenesses. Like, unless they nail the human likeness, it's very difficult for me to, like, latch on. So I'm more particular with Star Wars figures and human likenesses and realism than I am with G.I. Joe. Like, this doesn't bother me. I mean, you look up close and in person to Baroness. I mean, look, she was a cartoon before, right? So it just doesn't bother me that much. I'm sure other people could find something to be bothered about. But look at all the accessories that Baroness comes with for roughly the same price as a Star Wars figure and like one accessory. So that's one of the things that a lot of G.I. Joe collectors, talk about, like all the accessories, which I was never into, whether it was G.I. Joe, collecting G.I. Joe as a kid, or even the Star Wars figures. Accessories never won me over. Either way, so her likeness as a human doesn't bother me because she was a cartoon versus what Natalie Portman looks like. And, if she does not look like Natalie Portman as a figure, everything's thrown off. All the more reason why I love figures that don't have a human likeness. Like, you could literally make and design Snake Eyes a billion different ways, and I would enjoy that Snake Eyes a billion different ways. So I love the card art on the, look at that, the throwback to the old Hasbro logo there. Love the card art, love the design, love the idea of the line. Again, a ton of accessories. These, I think, were clearanced for like less than $10. I'm inclined to take him off the card as well. There's the first series. Look, it's even got the card, although in multiple languages this time, right? Those were fun. There's the full line there. A lot of disclaimers. A lot. What's that? We've also got Storm Shadow again. I don't really have a problem with this at all. I mean, these are great little figures. I want to open them all. Then I'm afraid. I'm like, what if I open them and then they're worth something? And then, Let's see here. Does he have throwing stars? I remember getting a Storm Shadow. Oh, yes, right there. Dude, he's even got throwing stars. Those things are going to get lost. Wow. Yeah, these are spectacular. Good on you, Hasbro. Keep doing this. Keep doing this. I would collect the entire... If they keep making them like this, I would absolutely collect them. Because I got into G.I. Joe collecting after Star Wars kind of wrapped up. Chase down these types of figures before anything else, though. Like the ones that don't really have a human like... I mean, they were human, right? But obviously Destro was human, but did not necessarily look like it and didn't need to. You didn't need to look exactly like the cartoon to look awesome. And that to me was G.I. Joe. Right there. Sorry, James McCullen. I didn't mind the movies, but G.I. Joe wasn't my fandom, so... Eh. I'm probably going to open this one, because I've got another one carded that's in pretty decent shape, and this you can see there's a crease. Which is fine. I'm okay with that. I'll open him in just a second. First, let me go ahead and show you the other ones. Scarlet looking good. Really, I mean, look at that. That's a pretty decent face sculpt. That's a solid Scarlet figure. Definitely beats the vintage one. I know vintage collectors would probably disagree with me, like specifically vintage G.I. Joe collectors, but yeah, I'm a fan of that. That's nice. Then, last two, I guess. Let's go and show you Crankcase here. Almost, this Crankcase, this one, looks like Bill Burr. That's Crankcase there. Bill Burr! With his Boston accent. Roadblock. Love the character in the cartoon. Whoa. Roadblock, he doesn't have facial hair here, but he does there. Well, I guess he's always had his mustache, I seem to remember. But a beard, I don't remember. So this one's got a beard. I've only seen the 6-inch variety in my stores, not the 3 3/4 inch, and I'm always compelled to go with a 3 3/4 inch figure over the other ones, personally. So yeah, that's a haul, my mail call for today or this week, really. Always happy to get that kind of stuff. It's fun for me. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a full week unless I'm getting a new kind of figure. That's my feeling. That's the thing I kind of look forward to most. If I'm not able to enjoy some kind of toy. So this week it's those specifically, and it's always good to have something to look forward to, something to enjoy, and what you enjoy may be radically different from what other people enjoy, but that's what makes the world go round. I mean, we can all enjoy our own things on our own time, in our own way. At least I would hope. I mean, that's the kind of respect I have. Even as I'm talking to you right now, I'm playing with my Rizzo. That makes sense because that's the character's name. I was trying to get him to stand up to see if I can get you an up close and in person view of Rizzo the Rat as Yoda, and I think I pulled it up. Might have pulled it off. He's also got a cane. I got to be careful. I don't want to lose that. Let's place it over there. Biggest fear about having so many accessories, like losing the accessories. and they can get lost easily. There's Rizzo. I forgot I was going to show it to you, but yeah, I think Rizzo and G.I. Joe and the Star Wars Vintage Collection made my entire week. I don't know what makes your week. I don't know what you do to unwind, but again, I play with my Rizzo. I'm playing with my Rizzo right now as I'm talking to you. Still doing it. Live on Twitch. Playing with my Rizzo.